But it would not have captured those young people unless they had license plates on their head. But it would not have captured those young people unless they had license plates on their head.
Integrity that I could put Delhi PD up to the FBI agents, and that I could put FBI agents up to the PD, and they both have a, high level of integrity.
Yeah, I think so.
And did you know that the FBI was found guilty of 275,000 illegal uses of their surveillance systems, and that a chunk of that was related to illegally tracing girlfriends, exes, and things like that? So if FBI agents are found guilty of that and they're on the similar level of integrity as the Delhi PD, then wouldn't it be possible that some Delhi PD might use the system?
I don't think we would.
To abuse it? I don't think so either, but...
We have such a small, tight group here, and we're very high on our standards as far as hiring, so...
But sometimes, you would admit, sometimes you run into folks, the criminals that you never would have thought would have been a criminal, like the fitness instructor at Delshire Elementary, who the employees told me he was the nicest guy. You never think of him, and then he gets popped, or he gets investigated at least for distributing child porn, and then commits suicide. And he's the nicest guy, you never think. And so...
Did he? Oh, you know what? He did kill himself, didn't he?
Yep, he sure did.
I forgot about that.
Yep.
Well, it was in prison, right?
So I arrived a little bit late to the farmer's market today. Holding my sign here that says fear more flock or citizen cam, and see if anyone wants to have an open discussion. If not, then they're being informed to some degree or another. We got the veteran folks right here, though, just taking down their display, and be seeing enough if I can get feedback from the public on what's the word, whether they're for it, against it, or I always say the word wrong, apathy, or whether they're apathetic to it. So I think that's going to describe most of the population, even the voting population. Most of them go in and they're fairly ignorant to a lot of the real facts, or they're spoon-fed one side or the other by very biased news outlets. But we're going to go offline until somebody wants to have a conversation about it. I would consider public property, have every right to be here. But we'll see what Officer Baur says, and if he wants to try and violate my rights today or intimidate me or anything like that. We're going to stand strong, although we're going to submit to any lawful orders or any laws or regulations I may be in or not in compliance with. I'm not going to abandon my food, but I'm going to go over and see if Officer Baur's here for me, obviously, and just have a conversation with him like a civil person, I think he's one of the officers that said that I know my rights and I do my research. Officer Baur? Hey, how you doing? You know me. I just wanted to make sure I'm in compliance, and if not, to get in compliance with law.
Nope, you're good.
Do you know where you called on me?
Who did?
No, but I was asking if you knew if you were called here for me.
I was just coming to see how the farmers.
Oh, it just came up. Okay. Any opinion on the flock cameras?
They're great.
Can I ask you, does it capture more than license plate?
Not that I know of. I think
Like,
I did a kind of bar.
Like, can't you search on make and model and color?
Yeah.
And hey, it's got this bumper sticker.
I don't know if you can. I think you can put stickers, but I'm not sure. You can't say specific.
I'll put a space in this so that my ugliness will get balanced by your good looks. But from what I understand, they also capture the image around the car, and they save that for 30 days as well. So if there was somebody stabbing in front of those cameras, another human, then, and you guys saw it and captured it, that you could use that flock camera as evidence of a, killing.
If ours takes pictures like that or not, to be honest.
Okay.
I've never noticed a picture of a person.
Yeah, the reason I bring it up is because Trustee Rose got in front of Chief Jeff and the public and the board and all, and said all they capture is license plates, just from memory, of course.
May I ask a question?
Did you have something?
I do have a question. What is it you think these flock cameras do? There's two different types.
Right.
license plate readers, which
Yes.
is what we have.
Yes.
That's all it does. Doesn't capture anybody's face, and then there's some that are videos. We only have license plate readers.
Right.
So what is it about that? I mean, I would like, may I ask Chief to give us statistics? I don't want to run your meeting, but, you know.
No, that's fine. Before you hit the chief,
Yeah.
Brian.
No, the thing is, do you fully understand? Have you called the police department to ask for a demonstration of how it works and what it does, information that's being captured? I just want to make sure you understand how it really works and not just what you're hearing on the press.
My understanding is they use it to assist in finding stolen cars, and today there's a flock camera right up by the Chipotle, and they had a car break-in. I don't know if that was assisted with that, but that's not reading a car, that's just a camera there.
But it would not have captured those young people unless they had license plates on their head. But it would not have captured those young people unless they had license plates on their head. But it would not have captured those young people unless they had license plates on their head.
I mean, they're committing the crime either way.
But that's not what it's capturing.
And I looked it up, and they capture a lot more than license plates, just like you and I discussed. They're capturing the surrounding area. They save that image time and day and all that good stuff. You know, and then the law director, Brian, he kind of played it off like the recent Supreme Court ruling had nothing to do with flaw, which is in part true, but it did give some...
I'm not familiar with that at all.
Yeah, I think it happened on June 26th. It did give some, excuse me, sir. Okay, thank you. Did give lawyers some grounds to appeal some of the cases related to flock on, but yeah, a lot of lawsuits on that, and the flock CEO, like, that's data that I don't think I can get via public records request because it's so sensitive, but yeah, I guess what the Supreme Court ruled on was that geofencing by a private company of cell phone data for tracking purposes was what required a warrant. But yeah, do you think a lot of those things without the flock cameras, do you think that they are the key piece of solving some of the crimes in the area? Like, I guess there's a lot of stolen cars that were recovered with help of flock. Do you think that's primarily related to the flock, or do you think flock, you would have got them with or without the flock?
I mean, the flocks help tremendously.
Without the flock, they would have got away, kind of thing?
Probably. I mean,
Okay.
a lot of times it's hard. It gives us a date and time when the car left or the car entered, and then you can narrow down suspects as far as people coming into the township or leaving the township, what date and times.
It's pretty powerful
what kind
stuff.
of car they're driving, if it's a stolen car. A lot of times people stealing cars are driving stolen cars. So if it gives us a hit that it's a stolen car entering, then we can try to locate that person before they go and steal another car here.
Do you think in terms of integrity that I could put Delhi PD up to the FBI agents, and that I could put FBI agents up to the PD, and they both have a, high level of integrity?
Yeah, I think so.
And did you know that the FBI was found guilty of 275,000 illegal uses of their surveillance systems, and that a chunk of that was related to illegally tracing girlfriends, exes, and things like that? So if FBI agents are found guilty of that and they're on a similar level of integrity as the Delhi PD, then wouldn't it be possible that some Delhi PD might use the system
I don't think we would.
to abuse it? I don't think so either, but
We have such a small, tight group here, and we're very high on our standards as far as hiring. So,
sometimes you would admit, sometimes you run into folks, the criminals that you never would have thought would have been a criminal, like the fitness instructor at Delshire Elementary, who the employees told me he was the nicest guy. You never think of him, and then he gets popped, or he gets investigated at least for distributing child porn, and then commits suicide. And he's the nicest guy. You never think. And so,
did he? Oh, you know what? He did kill himself, didn't he?
yep, he sure did.
I forgot about that.
Yep.
It was in prison, right?
That I'm not sure of.
I think he was he was locked up when he did it, though.
I would have done a lot more research on it if it was more recent. I found out about it years after the fact.
That wasn't that long ago, was it?
A few years ago. Yeah, I got so much of my own things I'm wrestling with, but I just want to give you knuckles. I could keep going on all day long, but I've kind of unofficially retired. Stock market's been doing really good, but
no, I thought they said you were retiring from being a First Amendment auditor. Is that not true?
I don't think that's true.
Oh, maybe I misunderstood.
Who'd you hear that from or interpret that from?
I'm trying to think who said something. I don't remember. Somebody was like, they said they were talking. I don't remember who it was now.
I may have said something like that. I don't remember saying it. But
I feel like it was somebody that was in the park and they said that you told them you were retiring.
She may have missed it. I recently ran into, I don't know her name. I think she usually works second shift.
Officer Falk?
Yes. And I told her I was kind of semi-retired. She might have thought I was talking about auditing, but
I got you. So you're retiring?
I'm just semi-retired from. I haven't worked, but a part-time job in like 3-4 years or something.
I got you. It's not too bad.
No. So far, so good. And
Did you buy anything up here? Was there anything good?
I got here late. I was over there eating lunch and holding my sign and seeing if any of the citizens, if I can provide feedback to the trustees that, hey, just randomly these citizens gave me this feedback because apparently they're getting some emails related to Flock. And I think Steve, Steve, Citizen Patrol Steve?
Yeah.
He got in spoke in support of Flock recently at the trustee meeting. And then a citizen came up and made his whole speech related to being concerned about Flock. And it's a big topic whether you're pro or against Flock. It's hard to deny that it's a major topic of public interest nationally.
Yeah, but I don't know why it's just been brought to light, because there's been cameras, license plate reader cameras for years.
I think the reason is because when you all first rolled them out, you informed the public and came out in the trustee meeting and said, hey, we ruled these out at the entrances and exits of Delhi Township for the coming and going.
I'm just talking about nationally, not so much
nationally.
Here, but I mean, even just nationally.
Well, I think what's happening recently is that they're getting a lot of funding from DHS. I don't know about Delhi, but the guy that spoke against Flock came in and said he didn't see it anywhere in the budget. And we have 20 Flock cameras now in Delhi, from what I understand, maybe 16 active, another 4 pending or whatever. But I don't know this, but I speculate that the reason he didn't see it on the budget is because it's funded by DHS, and so they're expanding tremendously quick, and it's becoming national because even though we've had Flock cameras for a while, like Delhi, we just recently expanded the program significantly by putting them throughout Delhi. And
yeah, we've had them for a couple of years though.
I think one of the legal cases that helps you defend against them spying on you like that, or whatever, is that it can't be like a continuous where you can tell where they're going all the time. So even with Flock cameras, from what I understand, if you have it more sporadic, then you have better stance that it's legal, or be less. One of the ways you can challenge it is if you have them everywhere. Because what it does is it opens up, because we know just from history that government is ripe to abuse tools of power. Maybe not Delhi government, just in general, government is ripe to abuse them. Like I just quoted with the FBI as just one example. And when you have them everywhere, you can also, and you look at what government did during the COVID years in some places, where you can't go to church, but you can go to the bar or strip club, is that when you can track them everywhere and you can see certain people are going to church, certain people are going to certain protests, like anti-government protests, peacefully and legally, but all of a sudden they get put on a watch list. Some of the problems with Flock is once you're put on a hit list or a watch list, sometimes you're not taken off. Another problem with it is AI. Y'all were complaining about all my records requests. So I said, here's an AI system that automates a lot of it and is tested to be as accurate or more accurate than a human being. And the chief said, nah, it's not ready yet. So y'all don't trust AI for that, but you trust AI for Flock cameras, which is known to misread license plates. I like Officer Baur. He's mostly been respectful, if not always. I didn't always agree with him. I think he's probably an order follower, but aside from that, I think he's a good officer as far as I'm concerned. And definitely today he's been 100% respectful and having an open conversation with me about matter of public interest, which he doesn't have to do, and maybe even take some risk in doing it. I'm not sure.
All right, Rich, I gotta go.
All right, thank you. It was nice speaking with you. I appreciate your time. I'm gonna let him go ahead first.
No problem. You said it was in the middle of lot 60. Have a good afternoon, Rich.
Hey, you too. Stay safe. So yeah, that's the kind of interaction we expect every time, and just one falling short of that kind of interaction or respect is a fail. And that's why when we run into Skylar Miller, we often have fails, because that one bad apple starts ruining the bunch unless you mitigate the risk that it brings to the batch. Officer Baur, I appreciate you having a conversation with me today and respecting my rights. It's not on camera, but I did call PD ahead of time. I told him I would be protesting today. I asked if Sergeant Schlomer was on duty, because if so, you know, I'd have to take extra mitigating factors or considerations, because he has violated my rights in the past. That's it, folks. Peace and love.